York's agricultural industry is preparing for challenges due to tariffs affecting essential imports like fertilizers and wood shavings, which are vital for farming operations. Agriculture plays a crucial role in the economy and food security of the United States, and New York's farming industry is no exception. With a diverse range of crops, dairy farms, and livestock operations, the state's agricultural sector relies on a steady supply of essential imports, including fertilizers and wood shavings. These materials contribute significantly to soil health, crop yield, and animal welfare. However, recent trade policies have introduced tariffs on key agricultural imports, including fertilizers and wood shavings, leading to rising costs and uncertainty for farmers. As these tariffs take effect, New York farmers are bracing for economic strain, operational adjustments, and possible shifts in trade relations. This video explores the far-reaching impacts of trade war tariffs on New York farms, the economic and political considerations surrounding these policies, and potential strategies to mitigate challenges. The trade war context. Trade wars occur when countries impose tariffs or other trade barriers in response to economic disputes, often impacting international commerce and domestic industries. In recent years, the U.S. has engaged in trade negotiations that have led to tariff increases on various imported goods, including agricultural supplies. Key agricultural imports affected by tariffs: fertilizers, vital for soil enrichment and crop production. Imported fertilizers, especially from key suppliers like Canada and China, have become more expensive. Wood shavings, a crucial material for livestock bedding and other farm uses. Tariff increases raise costs for poultry and dairy farmers who rely on a consistent supply. The effects of these tariffs ripple across farming communities, prompting concerns about production expenses, international competitiveness, and sustainability. The importance of fertilizers and wood shavings. Fertilizers, the foundation of crop growth. Fertilizers are essential for modern farming, as they provide necessary nutrients to the soil. Farmers rely on fertilizers to maintain high crop yields, ensuring stable food supplies and economic viability. Imported fertilizers often contain key minerals like potash and phosphate, which enhance soil fertility. With tariffs driving up prices, New York farmers face difficult decisions, either absorbing higher costs or reducing fertilizer use, which could lead to lower crop productivity. Wood shavings, an essential livestock resource. Livestock farms depend on wood shavings to provide bedding for animals, ensuring comfort, hygiene, and proper insulation. Dairy farms, poultry operations, and equestrian businesses all use wood shavings extensively. The rising costs from tariff-induced price increases make it challenging for farmers to maintain optimal conditions for livestock, potentially affecting animal health and farm operations. Economic and farming industry effects. The agricultural industry operates on tight margins, meaning even minor cost increases can have significant financial repercussions. With tariffs inflating costs for fertilizers and wood shavings, farmers in New York must navigate several challenges. 1. Higher production costs. Increased prices for imported fertilizers and bedding materials mean farmers must spend more to maintain their operations. This economic burden forces them to reevaluate budgets, scale back investments, or seek alternative inputs. 2. Potential declines in crop yields. If farmers reduce fertilizer use due to high costs, they risk lower crop yields and diminished quality, which directly affects profitability and food supply chains. 3. Livestock welfare concerns. Without affordable bedding materials, livestock farms may struggle to maintain optimal housing conditions, leading to potential health issues for animals. 4. Trade competitiveness challenges. New York farmers must compete not only with domestic producers but also international suppliers. If tariffs limit access to cost-effective imports, American farms could face disadvantages in the global market. Political and trade policy considerations. Government intervention plays a significant role in shaping trade outcomes, and stakeholders continue to debate the merits of tariff policies. Government response to agricultural tariff concerns. Advocacy groups and farming organizations have voiced concerns, urging policymakers to reconsider certain tariffs. Federal and state officials may explore subsidies or trade negotiations to ease economic strain on farmers. U.S.-Canada trade relations and agricultural policy. New York farms depend heavily on imports from Canada, a key trade partner. If tariffs disrupt supply chains, the trade relationship between the two nations could shift, prompting further negotiations. Future outlook and adaptation strategies. As New York's agricultural industry adapts to trade war challenges, several strategies could help farmers mitigate risks and maintain sustainability. 1. Exploring domestic alternatives. Investing in locally produced fertilizers and bedding materials could reduce reliance on imports and strengthen domestic supply chains. 2. Enhancing sustainable farming practices. Farmers can implement eco-friendly soil enrichment techniques to reduce dependency on chemical fertilizers. 3. Advocating for trade policy adjustments. Industry leaders and farmers can continue advocating for policy revisions, urging policymakers to reconsider certain tariffs that disproportionately affect agriculture. 4. Diversifying trade partnerships. Expanding relationships with alternative suppliers outside of tariff-affected regions could help stabilize agricultural input costs. Conclusion. The impact of trade war tariffs on New York's farming industry underscores the delicate balance between trade policy and agricultural sustainability. As farmers brace for increased costs and operational challenges, strategic adaptation and policy advocacy will play vital roles in navigating this shifting landscape. Whether through local innovation, government intervention, or diversification of supply chains, New York farmers are actively preparing to overcome these trade war obstacles. By fostering resilience and sustainability, the agricultural sector remains determined to uphold food security, industry competitiveness, and economic stability despite the uncertainties of international trade disputes.